This is new. Something's new on here. I know that
So
you're limited on your view, but I got an alert. I haven't obviously turned. Thank you for coming. This is Nirvana. My name is Nirvana according to the internet, okay? To the person to the side of me is my cousin, Dynamicist, okay? Those are our names. If you're here, I want you to come on in, hit the like button, and stay for a minute because we might talk about your mama while you here. And if it's not your mama, it might be somebody else you love or know. Okay, we'll be talking about gay people. Dynamicist does not know the topic. He just shows up. He suits up. He shows up, and he'll talk about it, whatever it is. And that's what I love about him. Now, another thing, read the disclaimer going across the bottom. I don't know if people still use it, but I just want to put it out there. Everything on this motherfucker is alleged. Well, it may not be. Hi, wipe down. It may not be really alleged, but I think I'm supposed to say that just in case. Because if somebody tries to sue me,
they ain't gonna get shit anyway. They wasted their time. Just play the motherfucking song. Damn. Who gives a fuck?
Let me finish my disclaimer. That's your problem. Yo, he is so disrespectful. Okay,
you ain't Drewski. You ain't got shit to lose in this motherfucker.
You ain't got shit to lose, right? Wipe down. Welcome home, my nigga.
Well, where'd Wipe Down go?
He was in jail. Wipe Down, was I supposed to tell people that?
Why are you telling this nigga's?
It was on the internet. He put it on the internet. Wipe Down, don't be mad. Okay, we only get 3 people to view weekly. If nobody's gonna know. Wipe Down, is it okay? Wipe Down. Oh no. Oh, he's crying. Okay, I hope those are tears of joy. And not of sadness.
Wipe, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, he's in jail. Okay, you're welcome. I'm not sure if that's being sarcastic. He said thanks. Okay, now listen. He's home. That's all that matters. He was away.
All right, say that.
Damn. You missed the whole point. Okay, now. Oh, he said I'm good. Thanks. Okay, now.
Say fucking less.
How do I get to the song we're gonna play? Wipe Down. There's this guy named Grizmatic. Now, while you were away, he came around into Yogi's chat, and he makes beats. So he made us a song. Okay, and I'm trying to figure out how to play it right now because we tried to play another song and we got copywritten and shut down
every time.
So this is a song by Grizmatic called something. We don't know the name of it, but we're gonna play it right now. And I'm going to while we play this, let me find because I want to talk about Jaden. What's his name? Riley. I'll find his name. Give me a second. I hope you can hear it.
Yeah, we can hear this shit.
Nirvana.
Hey,
yeah. Let's go.
Come on.
I'm talking big vibes. Better know the name.
Grizmatic.
Fresh start, but the soul didn't change. I got that damn message riding on the track. 17 years down, but we brought that heat back. Yeah. We staying solid, we don't ever bend. Because the thick skin wins in the very end. I said that thick skin wins, yeah, that thick skin wins. Quality over everything. Let the show begin. Main case shut down, man, it's just a minor setback. I'm certified, you know I'm gonna get that. No money, front of views or the likes. Just me and that mess is killing it on the mics. We ain't latching the gates, we ain't playing by the rules. Quality over quantity, we taking to school. It's entertainment, only sharing life through the ribs. Keep your circle real tight, we don't need no fake friends. 17 years of army, you just can't stay dead. New channel, same fire, man, this is a pig. I'm talking big vibes, better know the name. New channel, fresh start, but the soul didn't change. I got that damn, this is riding on a track. 17 years down, but we brought the where we don't ever been. Because the thick skin wins in the very end. I said that thick skin wins, yeah, that thick skin wins. Quality over everything.
Thank you for coming in, hit the like button. You niggas on the vertical. Make yourself music, share it out. We about to talk about everybody.
Unlatched Podcast. Nirvana.
Hey.
Dynamics.
Bring your ass back up here, Jason. Where you go? Come on, Dynamics. He went away. Come on. Okay, this is, you like this right down? Come on. Rhythmatic made that beat. We're not gonna say how he made it, because he knows how I feel about it. Okay. Hey, there you go with this with music and the lick. Let me tell you something. Okay, hold on. How do I stop it? Oh God. Hold on. Okay, I stopped it. All right, Jason. Dynamics. Now, you know who I'm talking about, right?
No.
Okay, this is so exciting. Let me share. You know, as soon as I start playing it, you're gonna know.
I have, yeah.
The way you be on the internet.
It's not likely I will know then, if that's the case.
Okay, but it's sports.
Because the way I be outside is nigga, I be outside though.
It's the shade for me, right? Okay, here we go. Let's get to it. Because I want to know how y'all feel about this. This is so important.
Ooh, go ahead. Is that news story with the kid?
Yes, who just got fired from the Bulls.
Man, I heard some crazy shit about this kid too, as far as we'll get into it. Let's
allegedly.
No, that's not allegedly. That nigga did get let go.
No, he did. No, that part's not alleged. Okay, hold on. Here we go. You ready? I'm just gonna start with this video. I'm sharing the screen right now. Come on, we gotta talk about it.
Yeah, Wayne. I'll be outside, Wayne.
Let's go. Share. I know everybody's tired of me. Like, don't you know how to use the shit yet? Okay, here we go. We'll start with right here. There's so many videos.
Jaden Ivey is an NBA player. And he is a former Piston. He was drafted by the Pistons. He got traded, if I'm not mistaken, over to the Chicago Bulls. Recently, the Chicago Bulls released him. Now, when he was on the Pistons, he was a very, very good, promising young prospect. He came in around a time with Jalen Duren, and he got injured, though. He had a horrific injury, so that was last year. He's been nursing that injury. And so he's kind of come back, and he's kind of still been rehabbing, but they've been limiting his minutes. He's a pretty explosive guard, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I've been following his career. I know kind of what he's on. You know what I'm saying? I haven't talked to him like one-on-one, but, I've dapped him up a couple times just because I was sitting courtside, but nothing major. But Jaden Ivey was recently released by the Chicago Bulls for conduct detrimental to the team. Conduct detrimental.
Ooh, y'all, I got a feeling.
What is
I
the
got
conduct
a commentary
that was
about
detrimental
this
to the team? And I'm gonna read that super chat shortly. What is the conduct detrimental to the team that he was released for? Well, that's what we're here to discuss. Let me go ahead and play a little bit of this for y'all, and then we're gonna get into it.
Hey Wayne, put some of that in the chat.
LGBTQ.
You can do it too.
No, pause that. Hold on. Hey Wayne.
Right.
Some of the stuff you're talking about, go ahead and list that, because people who are coming in, they'll be able to see that, because we may be past that. So please, man, list some of those things that he was specifically saying, because actually I want to read that, and then we'll get into this story and we'll pick up from there. But I appreciate that. Go ahead, run it.
Don't tell me what to do.
I just did.
No, I don't. I'm not. Okay, well, hold on. We're going to a whole new story now.
Oh, we're gonna skip the story.
No, we're not gonna skip the story. But because Wayne said that, thank you, Wayne, for putting that in. Because I do have a video that we can see his rant. It picks up important pieces of the rant. The rants are very important because it speaks to possible mental health.
They proclaim Pride Month in the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month.
Okay.
To celebrate unrighteousness.
Oh, that's what you feel. Okay.
They proclaim it.
And then what?
They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets.
Okay.
Unrighteousness.
All right. Let's go. Let's talk to me more.
So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that you man, this man is crazy? Don't we all, doesn't even the world make judgments on certain things? So how is it when the gospel is preached that people hate it, that people don't want to hear it, and they think it's strange when someone preaches the gospel, the true gospel? God did not make a man to be with a man.
Okay.
How God did not make a girl to be with a girl. God made a man for the purpose of procreation, to have another child. How can a woman bear a child with a woman? How? Unless they go to the doctor and it can't happen physically. They have the same body part. They cannot
Okay.
bear children,
Right.
unless they get something done. Right? So God didn't make that to be God didn't make a woman for a woman. No, he made a woman for the man. That's exactly what God made. He made things good. He made the trees. He made the sun. If the sun was ever closer, we would burn. But he made it in the proper place so that we get the proper light in the day. He made the grass. He gave us water to drink. If we didn't have water to drink, we would be dehydrated.
Oh, God.
God is faithful.
All right, so I'm gonna play a second video. He actually did 2 Instagram posts. I'm gonna play the second video, but let's start there for a second.
Okay,
Jaden Ivey is.
Okay, I want to get into some commentary because but I also want to see the second part of the clip before he kind of talks his opinion and gets into it. I do want to see more of the clip. Now, I haven't seen this clip I'm showing now. I haven't, been able to watch the whole thing. But I'm gonna try to fast forward to, because he starts giving his commentary, and I do want to hear people's opinion, but I want context. I want, if he even has it, I don't know, on here. Okay, here we go.
Even though he's right, and even though I stand with him, and I'm always hold him down, I fear that his youth and his enthusiasm for Jesus could quite possibly get him put out the NBA. It's just a reality.
And Jesus bless you all.
Now I'm gonna talk about the NBA being hypocritical.
They said my conduct is detrimental to the team. Right? Why didn't they just say we don't agree with his?
Somebody said hold on. Somebody said,
thank you guys. I love the comments.
Forget your organization. It's always coming from somebody that's not going to make sure that you can feed your 3 kids. He got 3 kids and either a wife or a fiance, and somebody always telling you how you need to forego the bag, but they're not going to be there to support you when everything is all said and done. That's the part that aggravates me, is that everybody always trying to tell you, man, forget the organization, forget the NBA, forget that. Man, you ain't got 3 kids and 24 and gonna have to figure out how you can feed your family for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but who's saying forget the organization?
A lot of people.
Stands
So
on LGBTQ.
Let me pause it. It's kind of a lot going on. With
okay,
I don't know.
so help me understand something with this, because again, you may be more privy to some details. I have a stance on this because I'm familiar with the concept.
Mm-hmm.
I'm familiar with where he's coming from. I understand too possibly why this happened. I also have what I believe is an answer for all of this shit. But so help me to understand though, when you say that there's a lot of people, what are we hearing? What's happening in the streets as it relates to this particular scenario and situation? And because I'm trying to understand exactly what did he mean by, some people are saying forget the organization. What exactly do they mean by that?
Well, basically, people's opinion are saying, they stand with his views, this Jaden dude, okay, and saying that he has a right to speak his mind. It is his social media. He can say what he wants. He's not saying to go out and hurt gays, blah blah blah. Forget all of this. Stand for something, fall for anything. I mean, something like that. Stand for something or fall for anything. Okay. So that's the whole, it's really black and white here. There's people saying they agree he should be able to say what he wants, whether you are gay or not. There are gay people saying this man didn't do anything wrong. Like, why is he being let go?
Okay.
And then there are people saying, hold your fucking tongue. You who cares? You have a job, just like everybody got to clock in for a job. There's things you cannot say or cannot do, period. And this is why you're getting let go. And then I've also heard that this nigga, if this was somebody else that was really good and didn't have injuries, and that LeBron James or blah blah blah, he's not getting let go.
Or if he were Tim Tebow.
Yeah, I mean, there's supposedly, yes. There's a lot of examples people are giving that other superstars have made. Hey, Grizz, that I don't know if that's Grizz, that they have made, saying that are problematic. I mean, what about Colin Kaepernick? Right? I mean, I don't know. People are standing up for what they believe in. Okay, so there's a lot that goes with this, and there's a few videos. Steven said his little thing. There's a lot of people have already spoken on this, but you know what? One thing I didn't like. Let me say this. This is a side note. Okay, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get off track. I want to stay on track. Let me just say this too. One of my very first reactions, and I told my husband when I first heard about it, was, why can't people just be quiet? Why do you have to give your opinion about every goddamn thing? And I don't give a fuck who you are. This fucking internet shit, I just feel like a lot of times it goes too far. And then we're quick to yell mental health. I've done it too because I really do believe it plays a part. But to what degree? Because you have the phone and you have the ability, the Wi-Fi, doesn't mean, listen, I have a job I go to every fucking day. Okay? In insurance. I have social media. I know bosses at work that know my social media. I didn't give it to them. Okay? They haven't seen anything. I haven't done anything or said anything against the company. Do I agree with everything in insurance? Fuck no. I'm a human being. Like, who's going to believe everything in insurance? But at the end of the day, I cannot say everything I want to say if I want to be able to pay my bills. I don't know. I don't get it. And then then you want to throw in the religion. Then you really piss me off with this religion bullshit. I'm not religious anyway, so I don't give a fuck if it's a Christian or whatever religion it is. Fucking lax. You niggas get on my nerves too. Period. Let these niggas be gay. Let them do it. There's a reason there's a gay pride month. There's a reason there's a Black History month. There's a reason there's all these fucking months where motherfuckers want to be recognized. Indigenous people. Everybody wants to have their time to shine. If you don't like it, shut the fuck up and go sit down. And you have a fucking white wife and girlfriend. When I found that out, I was like, this nigga's crazy as hell.
Oh.
You mean to tell me you making all this hoop-ha about gays and you got a white wife? Nigga, shut the fuck up already.
Wait a minute. How does
Get out of here, bro. Like, get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
Somebody, you on your high horse for nothing.
Yeah, you on your high horse. I'm thinking you over there with Erykah Badu. And you over there with Evelyn Kirk. What's her name? The white
yeah. Kirk, some Erica Kirk, I think, some shit like that. I don't know. Whatever her name is. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, good point. No, but seriously, I think you make some solid points. I mean, I'm not sure about the correlation. That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there at this point. So you said a couple good things, and asking the question, why can't people just be quiet? Well, coming from the a ministry background, and so what that means for those who don't know is I pastored at one time, right? And when I pastored, I had a nice, a young, growing ministry with mixed ages, at least a variety of different ages. And this was in Atlanta, and I was really kind of tapped in and doing my work. Well, I understand too where he's coming from. So one of the things that happens when people you first get into this type of a walk is you're very sensitive to the things, and you're trying to make up time, make up for lost time. Now he's only 24, but I remember when I actually first transitioned, I was 20. Shit, I might have been like 21, 22, right?
When you first transition,
Yeah, when I went down that ministry road, when I went down the Christianity road, and I really kind of tried to zero in on that, right? And a part of that young, youthful zealousness comes out. I was never the type to just kind of be all in people's face about shit. That's just not my MO, period. But nevertheless, right? I had some very strong feelings and opinions about just about everything. And it was based wholly, primarily on, wasn't so much on what my own personal view was, it was on how I interpreted scripture. So I do understand where this comes from in his case.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of people's case, right?
Mm-hmm.
One thing I will say though is when you the more you mature in life, the older I'm getting, the more mature I'm getting, the more I actually realize that you don't the more shit that you don't really know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you realize just how foolish it was to make certain stances, because then there's always this bias somewhere in there. There's some always hidden bias about shit that affects you, shit that don't. Because then when it comes home and it affects you personally, then you're saying, okay, well, is this how I should respond, or that's how I should respond? Point of what I'm saying is this. I think in his case, I understand where it comes from. Do I think it's misguided? To a degree, I do. Because you have to understand how to play this game. Now, in saying that, I'm going to just let the cat out the bag.
Mm-hmm.
The cat out the bag for me is this. Get the fuck away from these people and do some different shit. Period. At the end of the day.
These people being the NBA?
These people being these organizations,
mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers that have you by the balls. You can't speak. You can't say this. You can't say that. Matter of fact, so here's a good one that goes on right now, right? You can't you can't speak out against Israel right now in this country publicly without fear of backlash. You can't call what the fuck they doing over there bullshit without fear of backlash, without fear of being called anti-Semitic, right? because then you get labeled anti-Semitic. Then they want to start taking all your shit away from you, because what you find out is who's all running media, who's running social media, right? Who's behind what gets put out into the news. You start to get, when you start to dig deeper, you start to realize that these same motherfuckers that be the same reasons why you have these buzzwords, right? Well, we now are starting to realize who's actually behind that. So in saying this, I honestly think that, listen, you can feel what you want to feel. When you're operating in these spaces, though, you don't have that liberty.
Right.
And granted, is it right? No. Right? Is it fair? No. Do I think that they're going to continue to keep pushing the line and then forcing you to be okay with some shit that you shouldn't be, that you might not ever want to be okay with? I do think that's coming too. Matter of fact, there was a time they said hate niggas, and that was what people went along with. So we know that there's a strong possibility of where things, we've seen how far it can go, right? Because we're seeing it now with immigrants. So they're labeling all immigrants to be a problem, just like they labeled all niggas to be a problem. And people just went along with it and, whatever. What I believe the answer to all this is, we got to get the fuck away from them. Pull your shit off. So like in his case, in these young, what's my man name from, oh God, I don't know why, Shador. Watching how they did him and maligned him. I honestly believe that we have to start pulling our product off their shelves. So, young man, I think this will be a great opportunity. If there were other leagues, we'll go to that league, right? But we don't have that right now. So I get what people are saying is, oh man, you're going to lose this, lose that. I'm kind of in between on that one, because you do have to stand for something, and you believe what you believe. I don't care what people believe. The difference is what you do with that information and how you go about.
And this is the thing.
Yeah.
He's specifically talking about gay people and the NBA supporting gay pride. That's how this is starting. I didn't know who this motherfucker was before right now. Apparently, he has a history of A, B, and C. He said something about Curry and religion and how he's not really saved and all this. Like the gentleman in the Wayne said, he's gone on several rants, and they're all coming back out now because of this incident. And also, I heard that he was this way in college. Okay, so they're saying, some people are saying he's always been this way. Okay, that's why they bring up the thing that it's because he's injured now and he's not, what do you call it? Not, I don't say worthy, but
Oh, he doesn't. He's not as valuable anymore.
Oh, somebody said he's a bench player. So anyway, again, to your point, we can all be disposed of. One thing my husband did, he says, you're a body. Okay. And I never heard that until I got with him. And when these jobs, we are bodies. Okay. This is what it is. This is the matrix. This is what we live in. You either go with the flow or you go against it. Who gives a fuck? You're only, if whatever decision you make, it only affects you. And now back to this man. Okay. This young man, to your point, Jason, I've had family members, okay, when growing up. I mean, even my son, like when you're young and you believe something and you are really excited about something, and I'm taking all this, I'm taking the biases out of it. I'm just talking about just something you're passionate about and you're young. That is such powerful energy. Those two things together, the youth and your excitement for something, that gives you so much momentum, and you're just going a mile a minute. So all this room that we're doing now and judging we're doing now, and he should have did this, and he shouldn't do this, and he should have thought first, and he should do this. He got mental health problems. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, all these young motherfuckers are mentally ill. I mean, we all got something wrong with it. So save that shit. I mean, let's hope for the best, but come on. Okay, I'm at the end of the day, you're responsible for what comes out of your mouth. Another thing I have a problem with is it teeters on, some. Listen, you know how they say you have freedom of speech. I want people to kind of get away from that. I don't know if that's in an amendment or some shit. I don't know. It's something written somewhere in the Constitution, I guess. There is no such thing. There is no such thing because there's consequences for everything. Like there's certain things you cannot say and do, or there are huge consequences, maybe leading to death. So how free are you to say whatever you want? Just because it comes up doesn't mean it needs to come out. Like this internet shit, this wasn't here not that long ago. Before this, Jason, they didn't. People were safe to be bigots. You could be a bigot in your own house behind closed doors and nobody knew about it. But with internet, Twitter, and all this other shit going on, your bigotry is in front of everybody. And jobs and organizations are not going to be able to allow it. In this case, he was completely wrong, in my opinion. Shut the fuck up. It's gay pride. Nobody cares. And what about this? You're a brand. The NBA is a brand. The company I work for is a brand. YouTube is a brand. Even if TikTok is a brand, if you go on there, there are limits to what you can say and do on that platform. Period.
Yeah. I mean, there's listen, I don't give a fuck how you feel. When you come to my house, you take your shoes off.
Right.
It just is what it is, right?
Right.
You don't have to take your shoes off in your home.
Right.
You can walk around your home with your shoes on. You can walk around your home with your socks on. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
You can your nose and wipe it on your wall.
You can do all of that. We don't give a fuck. But when you come into somebody else's home, you have to adjust for what the norm is there. So when you're operating in these spaces, you got to understand what the fuck is at stake. You got to understand who the major players are. You got to be wise about this. I will say this too, is I think people are just entirely.
Did you see that?
I did. And interesting enough, like, because you think, well, COVID was 2020, 2019, 2020. So do you think, okay, well, that's 6 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
He's early 20s. He was a teenager then, right?
Yeah.
But to your point, but to this point, you are extremely impressionable during that time, right? So those kids came with a different sense of entitlement anyway during that time period because of what was taking place. So yeah, we can't ignore the writing on the wall with that. So, but I would say this. I just, like I said, I don't really mind people having an opinion about something. I'm actually of the mindset that listen, I'll give it to you like this. And I was saying this about what I appreciate about Trump. What I appreciate about a lot of these MAGA voters and MAGA people in general right now. What I appreciate the most is that I know where you stand at. And I'm okay with that. Huh?
The transparency.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with, okay, you don't like niggas. I'm okay with that. I prefer you to tell me that you don't fuck with me than for me to wonder if you fuck with me. Right? I would prefer to know who my enemy is or who's directly going to be against me than who doesn't. I appreciate you motherfuckers coming out the woodworks with it. All I'm saying most times is don't let your president get you fucked up.
Right.
So leave us the fuck alone. Have your opinion, wear your hats, ride around with your motherfucking flags. Do what the fuck you want to do when it comes to that. Just don't impede on the shit that I'm doing. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with my family. Don't impede on me trying to get into a store or some other bullshit like that. Again, because then you're asking to have an altercation. So the case is this. Listen, this nigga don't like the community. Some of these motherfuckers don't like niggas. Listen, I now know who you are. It's cool. Be you. Do that shit. I don't have a problem with the nigga saying the shit. I think the biggest issue that I have when it comes to any of this stuff is that we're forcing it to be one way. Like, I'll give you a good case in point. And this is the main reason why I don't like the idea that we police some things but not all things when it comes to that. Is because Black people have been dealing with this shit for generations. So much so that now we just feel like, okay, all right, listen, man, you guys, okay, look, y'all, you had your moment, blah, 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 whatever. But we're still having to have the same conversations over and over and over again, right? So you have people that can come out and they can make these blatant ass, ignorant ass comments about our people. We can see what's happening with our people. But yet that's not important. But we're going to police this over here, though. We're going to police that over there. I just think that shit is bogus. And I think for me, it's problematic for me because it's always this, you know what? It's like when you're growing up in a household with siblings, and it's like there's one rule for this sibling, but these other ones, they don't have the same rule.
Right. They get away with murder.
Yeah, you're the child under the stairs. The rest of them can kick it. Right? You're the Cinderella in the household. The rest of us is going to the ball. And I think when you have that type of dynamic, it just frustrates me anyway that we're trying to police all these other issues, right? And again, there's humanity issues. Is it right to fuck with people? No. Is it okay to feel the way you want to feel about somebody? Yes. Nobody's saying you have to accept anything. Right? You don't have to accept me. I had a lady tell me one time, she said, you shouldn't wear a beard because you look aggressive. All right, I appreciate that.
God. People are tripped.
Whatever connotation she was giving with that information.
Right. I don't give a damn if it's a positive. Shut the fuck up already. Like, nobody asks for your opinion. It's always some fucking, what do you call, unsolicited advice. People deal with that shit.
Yeah. So I guess I'm kind of juxtaposed because on one hand, I get it. Like, you do have to understand how to play the game. There's a time and a place.
Yeah, and that comes with age.
And we keep throwing all this shit online. We keep trying to go live and have our opinion. I don't know what the fuck their attraction for that is. That generation, that's the COVID kids. I don't know what that is.
Are they lonely?
Probably. Probably. They're just socially weird. But
everybody, a beard. Did you ask her about her beard? Right, bitch.
You know what? I didn't, but I tell you what. It was a comment, and I said, okay, cool. I said, all right, it is what it is. I've had other shit where I was driving a limo one time, and I had a lady say to me, she says, "Oh, you're a smart one," because I was talking about finishing my master's degree or some shit like that. And so I'm driving, and I'm saying to myself, like, a smart what? I'm a smart limo driver.
Right.
Or you're
smart
saying that
person?
I'm a smart nigga.
Right.
What exactly are you trying to say? But here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Right?
Have your feelings, have your opinions. Here's what also okay, so y'all let's deal with the elephant in the room. Why in the fuck are we dealing with this and not the niggas that was killing and eating kids? How about that? How about that? This nigga right here, he's 24. He don't know shit. All he's doing is talking about something he read in the book. Because that's his lived experience. His lived experience is
You talking about the guy we talking about here, Jalen?
Yeah, he's 24. He knows fucking nothing about life. He knows absolutely nothing about life. The nigga barely learned how to wipe his ass by 24. And we're men. Trust me. That shit don't happen until we're in our 30s. That's why niggas be still having skid marks. You don't get that problem fixed until you're into your 30s somewhere. But so this is what I'm saying.
Skid mark having motherfucker talking about some.
I guarantee you he got skid marks. He don't fucking. He doesn't know.
Allegedly, but go ahead before we get sued. Allegedly skid marks. Niggas shitting in drawers. Allegedly.
I got a 21-year-old nephew who didn't know how to take a bath. Listen, these motherfuckers don't know shit. They don't know shit. So to expect them to know shit is fucking ridiculous.
And then you arm them with all this cash.
Ooh.
Now you added a layer on.
Man, you put
added a layer on.
Hey, they walking through hell with gasoline draws on. Being young with resources is walking through hell with gasoline draws on. Period. You never know.
With skid marks and a bank full of cash.
Look, I'm telling you.
That's a hell of a combination.
But the reality is he doesn't know.
Helicopter parents, what is that? What's a helicopter parent? Tell me what that means, blah blah.
Helicopter parent. Oh yeah, he could
blah blah blue. What is that? Helicopter. There's somebody who polices you, right?
Right.
Right.
They hover. They're all over, right? So you don't give kids the room to make their mistakes, own their shit, learn from them, and then grow from that, right? Because you're so you what is the word? You shelter. So the part of that is that they overly shelter their children.
Yeah, and they're all on the internet. So you got all this money. Oh, they hover over their children. Okay. Yeah, you got all this money. I mean, okay, so yeah. So back to the story. Unfortunately, I do see it. I get it. It is what it is. This story will be fleeting like all the rest of them. But unfortunately, this young man, I don't know if he's permanently let go or not. I don't know, but it's too bad. At 24 years old, listen. In some way, to have that level of conviction is admirable. In some way, I'm gonna give him that. When you can stand 10 toes down on what you believe in. Because he had another video, part of his rant, he was talking about who do you serve? And he talks about who are we serving? Okay. So he said, fuck y'all to the NBA. He don't give a fuck. The fuck all he made a statement after he got let go. I don't know if it was necessarily fuck y'all, but he's standing 10 toes down. He didn't let up. My hat's off to you, man. I mean, hey, I hope you save some of that money, because this is not his first year. He was with the Pistons. So I hope you have some money left over. And that white woman you got with them 3 kids you got, then she ain't going to take you for everything you got. I don't know if she's your baby mama or your wife, but, good luck. Okay? So I don't know.
I will say
she ain't even got to be white. I'm going to take that back. You niggas be choosing the wrong bitches, period. Any color.
Well, think about it. He's 24. What the fuck does he know? I think these young people get married way too young anyway. I really don't think you should get married until you're well into your 30s, to be perfectly honest with you. Because it's not until you're well into your 30s. Blah, blah. I give you a good case in point. No, that's not going to work. But there were other cultures historically where you weren't even considered a man until you reached your 30s. Legitimately. You weren't considered a man until you hit 30-something years old. Period. Right? Well, there's a reason for that. Because you're not capable yet of making the right
your frontal lobe.
It's
I'm not sure.
underdeveloped. Yeah, I think it is the frontal lobe.
It's something about that lobe. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
You remember that? It's something about the lobe.
I remember the frontal lobe. Your shit is underdeveloped.
Yeah, so you got these early 20-year-olds doing a lot of dumb shit on a regular basis, saying a lot of dumb shit on a regular basis. The reality is that they're going to do that, but they don't fucking know.
But does the punishment fit the crime? Because I feel like should he have been let go, waived? I mean, isn't that a bit extreme?
No, if he were better, they wouldn't have let him go. Because think about it. Think about this. John Morant is still on the team. This nigga was brandishing guns and shit.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So he made a statement about a community versus this dude. Shit, I've had
athletes. The whole community.
There's some athletes that have have done some wild shit, right? And they're still in whatever position. So there's a different rule if your value is higher. So if your value is higher, people are going to turn the other cheek. They're going to look the other way. Okay, we see what's happening in the White House right now. This motherfucker's got 40-something felonies, but yet he can become the president of the free world.
Right.
With 40 felonies. Almost caused legitimately. I said, no, ain't no will.
No, I'm talking about. No, I'm telling you, this happens in all color houses. This is
just what I'm saying. Yeah, what I'm saying is that's what I mean. Is that so the part of that is, his value isn't as high, so they're not going to turn the other cheek. But there's a time, and I think there's a time and a place. There's a way you go about it. There's no need to harm people in the process, right? So you can have your feelings about whatever, build you an organization, do some shit that's going to make a difference.
Why are you so upset about it?
Who?
Right, the homeboy, the youngster Jalen.
Oh, I'm sick of these motherfuckers.
Right? Why are you so? I can't believe the NBA is recognizing Proud Month. Didn't you know they did that before you signed?
But again, he's young and he's overzealous. That's a part of it's something about the lobe. The lobe is just not developed yet.
Yeah, we need to start a hashtag front lobe.
No, hashtag something about the lobe.
Something about the lobe. Something about the lobe. That explains it all.
That explains it all. Because I'm telling you, it's just you are such a live wire at that time. And you can go any which way at any given moment. Does that mean that you shouldn't be held accountable?
What about his mom being a coach of WNBA? His mother. And ain't nothing but gays over there. Openly gay.
Allegedly. Oh shit!
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
It's like, oh shit!
I'm like, this nigga about to hop on the plane. I'm okay. I'm not down. No, but yeah, allegedly. My bad.
Yeah,
I have to follow my own rules. Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, because I mean, we don't know. Some of them came out and said they are, but and who cares?
Right.
I just think the older I'm getting, I'm just at this point in life where I just don't give a fuck.
Apparently.
I just don't. Like, listen, you do what the fuck you do.
Okay.
You do what makes you happy. Whoop whoop. And again, I'm not saying there are some lines I will draw. Like, I don't think you should be fucking with kids and shit.
Yeah. Like everybody says that. Yeah. Old people.
Right. So no, but everybody doesn't believe that. Some people do the shit.
Yeah.
And as we know, some people they make a living out of doing this shit and acting on it, right? And they are in some of these cases, some of these higher up motherfuckers who are part of why these labelings get labeled and all this other shit. So it's some weird shit going on in this culture. But so there are some lines I draw. But most of the shit that we're having these hot button issue conversations over, I think it's fucking stupid. Someone was telling me, I was talking to a lady one time and she was like, well, I don't agree with all the stuff that Trump's doing, but I agree with that, with the transvestite thing. I said, what part did you agree with? Well, I don't think that, trans men should be able to go into the bathroom with women. I said, hold the fuck on. Are you fucking telling me right now? I said, let me ask you this. When did you ever hear that a trans woman, trans woman, a trans
trans
woman,
woman means they were born man and live their
and
life
then,
as a woman?
yeah, I think that's trans woman,
Okay.
and then a trans man
Okay.
is born a woman, whatever.
Live as a man. Okay.
Born biologically a female, then transition. So anyway, a trans woman. I said, when did you ever hear a story about a trans woman going into a bathroom and assaulting a little fucking girl? I said,
Oh.
what storylines have you ever heard? I said, that was a fucking a fantasy ass issue. No one, that issue doesn't happen. Now, granted, can it happen? Yes. But was that a major occurrence in this country? No.
Why are
It
we
was
talking
never.
about it?
Exactly,
Right.
because it was a phantom
Right.
ass issue. That's what I mean.
Right.
We,
Right.
we find these phantom ass issues and we make them bigger than what they really need to be.
Because we
So
want to
again,
drive home our point. Right? Because we want to
or distract people from something more important.
come on, distraction.
One or the two.
I'm
So
sick of you.
again, I get the idea. I see, whatever. Woo. Do I think he spoke out of turn in a lot of respects? Yes. You got to understand who you working with. Shit, your coach could be gay. Because to be perfectly honest with you, right now, a lot of people still are in the closet with their gayness.
Oh yeah, come on.
Right? So they haven't, because again, and let's be real about it. Is it really safe for people to come out and say that they're gay? No, not necessarily. It isn't. It's not necessarily safe.
Still not safe?
No, fuck no. It's not necessarily safe.
I guess
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's not necessarily safe for people to just be out
Is
in
it
the open.
any more? Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Is it safer than it used to be? Possibly. But is it as openly accepted, or no, it's not.
There's a lot of closet bigots.
And there's that one.
I mean, there's still a lot of people who are bigots about a lot of things. That, speaking of a closet bigot, what about, you heard about Chili from TLC? What happened with that? She's getting called out, and she's not the only one. All of them are coming out like roaches. All these people.
Yeah, because I think Nick Cannon was having a conversation and saying some dumb shit.
So there's a lot of blacks who, when we were just talking about bigots or coming out the closet. Listen, the veil is being lifted on all these motherfuckers who are living under this rock and trying to go undetected like HIV and AIDS back in the day. You trying to live undetected. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, at the end of the day, you still have the disease. Just follow me here. I know somebody out here has HIV.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of like a harsh example. But
it's a harsh example, but I'm trying to drive home a point that you cannot. Well, can you?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a harsh point.
That live undetected.
So look, because there are some people that do, but I think what you're trying to say is this.
Come on, trying to say
is.
Come on, help me out. Help me.
The bullshit is rising to the surface. So at the end of the day, these closeted beliefs are coming up. But it's a great environment for them to surface now because people feel empowered, right? So let's get it all out here. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, you can't even heal something without actually dealing with the realness of it. So in all honesty, if we were to look at our experience here in this country, mm-hmm. from being the indigenous people here to still dealing with this shit now, right? If you look at that, and then the people that did get brought over, the blacks that got brought over, the fucking Irish that migrated here, just the whole list of them that have dealt with some bullshit here. I will say this. When it comes to having the real conversation, you've got to be willing to see the whole story and get the real ugly. I actually think that this is actually going to do us more good than bad.
You mean this being what? What's this? This
All
whole
of this,
the veil being lifted on all this shit.
Yeah. All this shit. I think it's all helpful. I think it's all going to help us to actually have real conversations.
Well, you know what was that when the Ice Age was that the Ice Age when the whole world when the meteor hit the world and started all over? What was that? You know how it did when the world ended and started back fresh. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to be dramatic. You guys know my examples are always dramatic because that's how my brain works. I'm trying to make a point or remember a point. But the point is that, listen, for shit to start over, sometimes you got to wipe away all the shit so that new shit can grow. You know, it's so much shit going on every day in this country. And let me say, and we can end it here because it's almost an hour, Jason. No, but I appreciate you having this conversation about this guy, Jalen. Now, let me ask you this. If there is only one thing, what do you think in the last, I'm gonna say year, Dynamicist? I don't care how long. What is the biggest thing you learned? I want to say, I don't know if I want to say about yourself or just about life in the last year or so. What is the biggest thing you think you've learned?
Just in general?
Yeah. That's fine. General's fine. Whatever comes to mind.
You are your greatest investment.
All right, y'all. We'll talk to you next week. We may never end. I love it. I love it. You are your greatest investment. Yeah. Damn it. I like that. You are your greatest investment. Do you know I really like that?
Yeah. That's near and dear to my heart. That is a
I'm sorry.
It is a current revelation, a current understanding, a current undertaking for me as well. Is to live out that as my lived reality. Because we've been taught to export our value. Right? We've been taught that. The same way we exported these jobs to somebody else in other countries and all this shit, and we export this and export that, and then you look up and you're barren and you don't have anything here within that provides value, because everything that you utilize now is from the outside. So you've now put value in everything outside of you rather than what's inside of you. And so for me, it's kind of shifting that paradigm. One of my greatest takeaways right now is, man, you are your greatest investment. You are the best investment you will ever make. You are the most solid investment you will ever make. You're the one investment that will always provide a return. You are the one investment that will always provide a return.
Yeah, I hope we're all investing in ourselves. I am. I'm trying to, but I didn't. But to put it that way, I love it. I love it. This goes for all of us.
Oh man,
you are your greatest investment. Are you guys investing in yourself? Are all of us? If you can ask yourself that, how am I investing in me? And that kind of goes along with what I always ask lately. I've been like, and I'll put this in our little chats and stuff, like, you know, what am I doing today that my future self will be proud of? And I feel like I can't go wrong regardless of when I ask myself that question. You know, it's something to really, what am I doing today that my future self will be proud of? And then that kind of piggybacks into, I am my greatest investment.
Yeah.
So it's like everything that when we wake up, and I'm so grateful every day that I'm able to wake up and get out the bed and start all over again. And that's kind of what I was telling somebody recently. It's like, there's really no such thing as failing at something, because as long as you wake up the next day, did you really fail?
Come on, speak on that.
If you really think about it, did you fail? Because if I'm running a race and I fall, if I get up and keep running, I don't give a fuck if it takes me 24 hours to run 1 mile. Bitch, I made it, ho. You see what I'm saying? Okay. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Wipe down. Never give up. He's still here. Talk to Wipe. Wipe down. This is Grizz. Wipe down. Did you meet Grizz? I was telling Wipe down about you, Grizz, earlier. You guys probably already know each other. Who do I think I am? It's okay. Grizz, this was a good conversation about Jalen so-and-so. What's his name? Jason.
Who?
The guy we were talking about. Tell Grizz's name. Grizz, go back and look at the beginning. I was hoping you would be here because it's a sports guy. And he's the one who got cut from the NBA Chicago Bulls for talking about gay pride. They shouldn't be celebrating gay pride because he's a Christian. Okay, but anyway, that's what we're talking about. But anyway, you guys know each other. So yeah. So we want to thank you, Jason. Is there anything else you wanted to add? Are we going to be here next week?
No, I'll be out of town. I'll be in Mexico next week. What? Oh, you guys are worried? No, don't worry about us.
Bring your ass back.
Listen, no, hold on. Y'all don't worry about us, okay? We are not the issue. So we have a lot of privileges. This is one of the best times to be a black male anyway. Black person, a melanated individual. This is one of the best times because, listen, I go to Iran, them niggas ain't looking at me sideways. them niggas is like, listen, y'all.
Now you ain't Iran.
Y'all ain't the ones. Nah, we got problems with them niggas over there. Y'all cool. But no, yeah, we good. I'll be back. But
just pay for the Wi-Fi package and send me a video.
Yeah, I got you.
I need to know what's going on. We can't play Fortnite. I'm gonna be devastated. All right, you guys. We could talk about this offline. He and I get so emotional.
No, we gonna be good though.
Okay, Grizz said he gonna talk. He gonna look at the beginning. Okay, yeah. Grizz, we like you around.
Hold on, here. But Grizz, do you know Wipe Down?
I think they do.
Okay, yeah, because they know Yogi here.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm just being female. We do too much.
Oh yeah. Like, yeah. Say less.
All right. We love y'all. Thank you.
Oh,
he said no. Wipe down. You haven't got Grizz mad at Grizz.
Hey, White, you gotta come play Fortnite over 40 with us, and then Grizz be playing with it. Cause the nigga's name was Wipe Down. Why wouldn't I call the nigga White?
I don't like wipe. It's like wiping ass. Ass wipe.
Nigga, Wipe Me Down was a whole vibe at a time.
Wipe down, wipe down, wipe down, wipe down.
Was that wiping ass? Is that time?
No.
Okay, and at the time that was when our shit was popping.
Oh, they said they just met on my live. I feel so honored. Grizz, wipe down. Just
you make me upset. See, this is why I'm not ready. I'm not marriage material. Like you niggas can't make me angry.
Color again. Wait, now what's going on? What is everybody Fortnite live stream? Grizz, right now we like Grizz. Grizz, okay, I'm yelling and I don't know why. I just want you two to meet.
3 much. Just doing way 3 much.
They met already. They said they met on the Fortnite. Okay, you guys would like each other. She do the most. Okay, I know.
In a real way, White.
But you niggas still love me. Wipe down.
We're kind of like forced to deal with
Wipe down. I'm so happy you're home.
Here you go again.
I'm just so happy he's back. I'm just so happy he's back. Wipe down. You need to write you a book, a tell-all. All right. We gotta go. This is gonna get too deep. All right. We love y'all. We'll be back soon. Okay. Bye. We love them. Gotta go.